Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. Today we'll be showcasing some clips from the community. So this clip was sent in by SOS0123. He is a Gryphon trap, so we'll be doing some Gryphon trapping today. By the way, if you guys want to see your clips showcased on my channel, all you gotta do is add me online. My line is in the description down below. It's Predatorxvx. Add me online, sending me a message like, hey, can you showcase my clip on your channel? Then send me a YouTube link. I will download it off YouTube. Again, it may take 1 to 2 weeks before I can actually get it out, because based on scheduling and stuff like that. But just remind me every week, hey, here's a reminder, just in case I haven't done it. So anyways, this is a Gryphon trap. He has currently 123k troops showing in his base, or 127k, my bad, troops showing in his base right now. This guild did not scout him at all and started a rally on him instead, so that's what's going on. This guild will now be rallying 127k troops. He has a ton of resources. Again, since they did not scout him, they don't know he has a ton of resources either, so he's going to have to be doing some 1000 IQ baiting here to get them to hit him and actually get them to scout him, because at this point, they probably have no idea. They did hit him with a couple Pyruses, so they know he has troops, so I guess that's why they started a rally, but they decided not to scout him at all to start off, so they started the rally before they scouted him. And again, he didn't have any troops. It would have been an easy solo for them. Anyways, the rally is coming in right now. The guy isn't even putting on his war gear. I don't know what's going on here, but again, it is a full rally, full troops in there. The guy isn't like an amazing rally lead, but he's not a bad rally lead. They just decided not to scout the target. He is 670 million might too, so you might want to scout that just in case you kind of know what's going on. Do you need to pop a bunny, etc., etc.? But for whatever reason, they just went in blind, and it worked out for them. They burned them. But it also works out for the Gryphon trap in the end, because now this is where the magic starts. Now that they have burned them, usually you don't think of Gryphon trap after you rally somebody. That's just, you're like, oh, I rallied the guy, zeroed him. Time to go farm all his resources. They weren't really farming him right away, so what he did was ask one of his guildmates to actually help out in the situation by just sending 1 troops at him just to get the party started. Makes it look like they're actually farming resources. I think some of them actually decided to port away at that point, didn't realize he was sitting on billions of resources right now, so he ended up exiting his guild, getting his guildmate to come and 1-troop him and just start farming him, and then that kind of clued in the other guild that, hey, there might be actually resources in here. And then right after that, that's when they started actually going in. So you're seeing here, the first guy is starting to come in. More of them and decide to come in a little bit later, but it did take a little bit of time. So keep in mind, if you do want to make a Gryphon trap, you can still Gryphon trap. I would suggest not doing it in bigger kingdoms unless you have the stats to back up the Gryphon trap, because some of these guys could probably solo a Gryphon trap pretty easily right now. Also, if they realize you are a Gryphon trap, they might try to gangbang you as all your troops come back, so keep that in mind. If you're against some really strong guilds and really smart guilds, they might actually catch on. So there's about 24 people marching towards them right now. Again, I did cut out some of the time. This has been going on for probably 4 or 5 minutes at this point, but I cut out a couple minutes of it just so you didn't have to watch them farming him for 5 minutes. But so yeah, again, at this point, just you're trying to basically time it so you can actually get the most amount of marches walking towards you. So you kind of watch their marches, see where their marches are, know when they're about to send a bunch more marches. So that's kind of what you're doing, because you're trying to cap as many troops as possible. So he's just kind of moving around his troops on his wall here, trying to get the right troops that will be coming back pretty soon. Again, at this point, people aren't really scouting him. They're not really expecting anything, so you can freely do this. Again, if people are looking at the reports, they might see that you've changed your heroes or anything like that, so keep in mind that could happen, or change your familiars. So, but usually people aren't really paying attention to that when they're farming a bank or whatever, or a castle they literally just zeroed with a rally. They're not really paying attention to that. So he's switching his phalanxes and all that. Keep in mind, if you're going to be doing a Gryphon pull, you probably want to be in cav. This is the only time you ever want to be in cav, because usually people are farming you with their like auto send, which is usually infantry, or they'll be sending their faster troops, which is cav, or they'll even be sending full range marches, which automatically throws you into infantry anyway. So you're not really ever really going to get full countered unless they decide to actually gangbang you, so keep that in mind. Anyway, so he's just putting on his talents. I'm not sure why he didn't have his talents on first, but through it as war gear, you can see he has decent war gear. Nothing crazy or anything like that. He does have champion gear, but it's like 400 mix with probably some good army attack and HP. So just going to pull back his troops right now. He doesn't really have a crazy comp either. He only has like 2.2 million troops. Pulled back. You can actually wait a couple seconds if you want at this point, and then port away before they all start recalling their troops. Again, if you ever do this, make sure you actually go back to the spot you just ported out of, because people will keep sending and they won't realize what happened. So you can actually port back into the same spot, get a couple extra marches, and then port away again. So that's the only thing he didn't do in this situation. Is usually you want to have your spot bookmarked, port back into that spot right after. You might get a couple extra marches, then port out of there again, and you should be pretty good after that, and you should get all the marches that you would have. So anyways, let's go through the reports as well. You can see there was a lot of tier 4 marches in here. Full tier 4 marches. There's also some full tier 5 marches, so some people are losing quite a bit of troops. You can see these ones are tier 4. A lot of them are sending infantry. It's just what most people farm with, because first off, it's your auto send. When you're like automatically send, infantry will go out. Plus, they're the ones that actually carry the most resources, so that's why usually you want to sit in cav when you're actually doing the pull. Just because people start sending infantry for that, and then you're full countering most of them, and you're taking very little damage. You can see he's taking about 1,000 damage on each. Keep in mind, even if your Gryphon trap gets completely destroyed, it's not too bad, because the Sanctuary is going to save a bunch of those nowadays, so it's not like it was right before the Sanctuary, where Gryphon trapping was really dangerous. It's not too bad anymore. The most you'll lose is 60% or 40% of your troops, and probably less, because you probably save for close to 80%, because you actually get some in the other Sanctuary too, or Divine Providence and Divine Resurrection. Always forget which one's which. So anyways, you can see some of them are actually sending their leaders too. These are just, again, cav and stuff like that. Nothing to worry about. This was a this one was a full attack. Unfortunately, again, they did get capped. You won't be able to keep the leader, or this is the one that got capped on this one. So yeah, this was tier 5, so that one hurts. That was a full tier 5. Oh god, that's a lot of tier 5 reds. This was tier 4, but yeah, you're seeing a lot of tier 5 reds in these, and those do not go to your Sanctuary. Actually, technically part of that goes to your Sanctuary, but you're only getting like 40% of, or saving 60% of 60% at that point, so you get like 30% back or something like that. It's better than what would happen before the Sanctuary update, but obviously it still hurts quite a bit to lose a full tier 5 march. Even just losing a part of a full tier 5 march is pretty bad, like a normal loss. But yeah, when you start getting full tier 5 reds, that's what hurts. And most of these there's literally like 0 tier 2 in this march. Everyone was using either tier 5 or tier 4. Yeah, even that was tier 5 there. That's looking like it hurts quite a bit on that one. Let's see this one. This was full tier 4, 375k though, so quite big marches. This was 300k, 200k tier 5. Ouch. Again, you can see since it was full range, it puts them into infantry foul instead of cav. So even those full range ones are not hitting your cav, so you're perfectly fine to be sitting in the cav foul for those, because it will throw them into infantry anyways, unless, like I said, unless they know you're a Gryphon trap and they actually try to come and zero you with actual full attacks where they're sending fodder and stuff like that, then you might be in trouble. But other than that, you're just going to be getting a bunch of free kills, so it's pretty awesome to see. Keep in mind, these guys probably don't have as high stats as some of these like Titans in the Open Kingdom, so again, it will really depend on what kingdom you're in and all that stuff. So 375k on this one, again full infantry, not doing much damage. 200k on this one, that was infantry again. 266. Oh, and then this is also the thing. Make sure you have some tier 1 siege or something in your comp, because they could pyrus you and you start losing your tier 4. So make sure you have some pyrus fodder in there as well. Anyways, Hope you guys enjoyed this. Shout out to SOSQ123 for sending in the clips today. Again, if you have any clips you want to send in, send them in. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Also, if you haven't joined the Million Gems giveaway, that is still going on. So I'm still waiting on the person or the company to tell me when to stop. So I'm just going to keep going, and it keeps getting bigger. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.